You've been told eggs are healthy. You've probably had them this morning. But what if I told you? There are 3 common foods found in almost every American kitchen that turn eggs into a ticking time bomb inside your aging body. I'm not being dramatic. One of them is often served with eggs at diners across the country. Another, it's on nearly every breakfast table. And the third, it's marketed as wholesome, but it silently cancels out almost all the health benefits of your eggs, and may even trigger dangerous inflammation in your heart and nerves. This isn't internet rumor. This is real science, backed by research from Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and stories like this. I was eating eggs every morning with toast and bacon, thinking I was doing something good for my health, says Henry, a 72-year-old veteran from Ohio. But then came the heart palpitations, the numbness in my legs. I couldn't understand why until my doctor asked what I was eating with those eggs. And the worst part? You don't feel the damage right away. It's silent, invisible, until one day you can't get out of bed without help, or your cholesterol spikes without warning, or your feet go numb during the night and you blame age. But it was breakfast all along. That's why in this video, we're revealing the 3 foods you should never eat with eggs, and what to eat instead to protect your heart, your nerves, and your life. Stay with us till the end, because the 3rd food is the most deceptive of all. It's in 8 out of 10 healthy homes, and no one suspects a thing. If you're over 60 and want to stay strong, sharp, and safe, this may be the most important video you watch this year. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, Wise Living, we don't just tell you what's wrong. We show you how to live stronger, longer, and wiser. One truth at a time. Let's begin. Number 1, bacon, the breakfast killer in disguise. Let's talk about America's favorite breakfast duo, eggs and bacon. They've been paired together for decades, in diners, at home, and on commercials that promise the breakfast of champions. But what most seniors don't know is this: bacon plus eggs is a deadly combination for your heart, your brain, and your nervous system, especially after age 60. Why? Because while eggs are rich in healthy fats and muscle-building protein, bacon is loaded with saturated fat, sodium, nitrates, and inflammatory compounds. And when you combine them, something dangerous happens inside your body. Studies show that nitrates from bacon, when heated and combined with protein-rich foods like eggs, can create nitrosamines, toxic compounds linked to colon cancer, heart disease, and neurodegenerative conditions. It's like taking something that could heal your body and neutralizing it with poison. But this isn't just about lab results. Let me tell you about Linda, a 67-year-old retired school teacher from Arizona. She started eating bacon and eggs every morning after her husband passed away. It was quick, comforting, familiar, but over time, she began to feel more fatigued. Then came the numbness in her legs. Then her blood pressure skyrocketed. It wasn't until a nutritionist reviewed her daily meals that the truth came out. The bacon was inflaming her arteries, damaging her circulation, and blocking the very nutrients in eggs that were supposed to help her. And the sad part? She was trying to take care of herself, but she was sabotaging her own health without even knowing it. If you love eggs, don't destroy their benefits by pairing them with the wrong food. Choose avocado, sautéed spinach, or a side of berries instead. These help reduce inflammation and unlock the full muscle-building power of eggs, especially for seniors. Was bacon part of your breakfast today? Let us know in the comments. And if you're learning something new, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're just getting started. Number 2, white bread, the silent destroyer of nutrients. It's quick, it's soft, it's been on the American breakfast table for generations. But white bread is one of the worst foods to eat with eggs, especially for seniors. Why? Because white bread is a refined carbohydrate, stripped of nearly all its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. It digests fast, spikes your blood sugar, and causes a crash soon after. Here's what happens when you pair white bread with eggs. Your blood sugar goes up fast. The insulin spike that follows blocks the body's ability to absorb key nutrients from your eggs, like choline and vitamin D. So instead of getting stronger, your body is left confused and inflamed. And over time, this combo becomes even more dangerous. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that combining high glycemic foods like white bread with high-protein meals can disrupt glucose metabolism and reduce protein absorption in older adults, the exact opposite of what your body needs after 60. But this isn't just about science, it's about stories. Let me tell you about Mr. Jackson, a 74-year-old widower who used to have eggs and toast every morning. When he started having trouble with memory, mood swings, and low energy, his doctor thought it was early-stage cognitive decline. But after a dietary analysis, they realized his high-carb, low-fiber breakfasts were blunting his brain's access to choline and B vitamins from the eggs. When he switched to whole-grain bread and added greens, his energy came back, and so did his mental clarity. He didn't need more pills. He just needed the right food combination. So here's the truth. If you're eating eggs with soft, fluffy white bread, you might be feeding your cravings, but you're starving your brain and muscles. Swap it out for whole grain, sprouted or sourdough bread. Rich in fiber, nutrients, and slow-burning carbs. They work with your eggs, not against them. What kind of bread do you eat with your eggs? Let us know in the comments. And if you're learning something new, don't just watch. Subscribe and become part of a movement that's restoring health to seniors, one breakfast at a time. Number 3, oatmeal. The healthy breakfast that could be silently damaging your body when paired with eggs. It's marketed as healthy. Doctors recommend it. It's even labeled as superfood. But when oatmeal meets eggs in your stomach, it can quietly turn your wholesome breakfast into a metabolic nightmare. Let me explain. Oatmeal on its own can be healthy if it's plain unflavored and paired with fiber or protein. But what do most people actually eat? Instant oats. Flavored oats, with sugar, milk, fruit syrups, and then a couple of eggs on the side. What you've just created is a glycemic bomb. Fast carbs, simple sugars plus animal protein, a surge of insulin, inflammation, and long-term damage to your arteries, nerves, and metabolism. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that combining fast-digesting carbs like oatmeal with saturated fats and animal protein in the same meal caused spikes in post-meal blood sugar and reduced insulin sensitivity in people over 60. That's the gateway to fatigue, weight gain, and yes, muscle loss. But numbers alone don't scare people. Stories do. Meet Theresa, a 69-year-old retired nurse from Chicago. She had oatmeal with brown sugar, a banana, and a boiled egg every morning for years. She thought she was doing everything right. Then came the bloating, then came the sudden leg cramps, then came the prediabetes diagnosis, and she was shocked. I couldn't believe it, she said. I don't eat junk. I avoid fast food. I thought I was healthy. Her mistake? She combined fast sugar with fat and protein every single morning. Her body couldn't process it anymore. Her metabolism broke down. The healthy oatmeal routine was silently working against her. If you want to keep oatmeal in your life, here's how. Eat it on its own, with nuts, cinnamon, chia seeds. Skip the sugar. Add a side of fiber-rich fruit like berries, not bananas. Wait at least 90 minutes before eating eggs or other proteins. But don't ever mix eggs and sugary oatmeal in the same meal. That's how silent inflammation starts, and you may not even know it's there until it's too late. Have you ever eaten eggs and oatmeal together? Be honest in the comments, you're not alone. And if this part shocked you, you need to subscribe now. Because in the next video we'll reveal a common brain food that's actually aging your nervous system by 10 years. Stay tuned. Your health deserves better. Did you notice the pattern? Bacon, white bread, sugary oatmeal with bananas and milk. 3 foods. 3 harmless-looking, common, even healthy breakfast items that most seniors eat without a second thought. And yet, when paired with eggs, they don't just cancel out the benefits. They turn your breakfast into a slow-acting metabolic trap. You see, this is the part no one talks about. It's not what you eat that hurts you. It's what you eat together. Over the years, I've seen it in blood work. I've seen it in hospital rooms. I've seen it in patients who said, "But I eat healthy, doc. I eat eggs. I have oatmeal. I skip junk food." Yes, they were eating healthy. But they were combining the wrong foods and aging their bodies without realizing it. A good egg turned dangerous with bacon by creating nitrosamines that damage arteries and nerves, blocked by white bread, which spikes insulin and blocks absorption of choline and vitamin D. Overloaded by sugary oatmeal, which triggers a flood of glucose, ruins protein digestion, and leaves muscles underfed. And the worst part? You feel nothing until something breaks. Until your legs weaken, your energy crashes, your labs come back, and you hear the word pre-diabetes. So what now? Should you stop eating eggs? Absolutely not. But you must know how to eat them right and what to avoid putting on the same plate. Because after 60, every bite is a vote. A vote for strength or a vote for decline. And no one teaches us this until it's too late. I'm telling you now, because I've seen too many people wish they had known this earlier. In the next part, I'll show you the 5 best foods to eat with eggs. They don't just go well with eggs, they amplify the benefits. They help rebuild muscle, memory, they support memory, they protect your heart and nerves, all before lunch. If you've ever asked, so what should I eat with eggs? You're about to find out. Don't click away. And if this part opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button now, because what I'm about to show you next could change your breakfast and your future. Eat your eggs with this fruit, or you might be wasting the nutrients without knowing it. I had a patient, Margaret, 72 years old. She was eating 2 boiled eggs every morning, religiously. She didn't skip a day. I eat for my bones, doc, she said. I need that vitamin D and protein. But when we checked her labs, she was still deficient in vitamin D, still showing signs of early osteoporosis, still struggling with energy and leg cramps. So I asked her one question: what do you eat your eggs with? She said, dry toast, a black coffee. That's it. That was the problem. You see, eggs contain fat-soluble nutrients, vitamins A, D, E, K, choline, and antioxidants like lutein. But here's the catch. Your body can't absorb those nutrients without fat. Not just any fat, the right kind of fat. That's where avocados come in. A 2005 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adding avocado to a meal increased the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients by up to 15 times. That's not a typo. 15 times. That means the vitamin D in your eggs? It only gets into your bloodstream if you pair it with healthy fat. And avocado is one of the best, rich in oleic acid, a monounsaturated fat that not only boosts nutrient absorption, but also reduces inflammation, supports brain function, and protects your heart. It's creamy, it's neutral. It doesn't compete with the egg, it amplifies it. If you're eating eggs for health but skipping the fat, you may only be getting 10% of the benefit. But here's what's better. Egg plus avocado isn't just nutritional, it's practical. It keeps you full longer. It stabilizes blood sugar. It supports metabolism, especially in seniors whose digestive fire has slowed down. So what happened to Margaret? She started mashing avocado on half a slice of sprouted grain toast, added her 2 eggs on top. Within 8 weeks, her vitamin D levels normalized. No more cramps. Her bone density stopped declining. Eggs are powerful, but only when you eat them with the right support. So tomorrow morning, put the margarine away, skip the butter, and reach for a real friend to your eggs. A ripe avocado. Have you ever paired eggs with avocado? How do you prepare it? Let us know in the comments. And if this part helped you see breakfast differently, subscribe now. Because the next food we'll reveal might be in your fridge right now, and it could be the missing key to restoring muscle strength after 60. Stay with me. Why scrambled eggs alone may be causing your leg cramps, and what to eat with them instead. Let me tell you about Greg. He's 68, plays golf on weekends, and swore he was eating clean. I eat eggs, doc, he said. No sugar, no junk, just eggs and maybe some toast. And yet, every night his legs cramped. Painful, stubborn cramps that woke him from sleep. His blood work? Low in magnesium and vitamin K, 2 minerals critical for muscle relaxation and blood flow. But here's the thing. He didn't need more supplements. He needed one simple change in his breakfast. Add sautéed leafy greens and olive oil. Here's why. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are loaded with magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K. nutrients that support nerve signaling, reduce cramps, and improve circulation. But when eaten raw in salads, many of these nutrients go undigested, especially in seniors with slower gut absorption. That's where olive oil makes all the difference. A 2015 study in nutrients found that cooking greens with extra virgin olive oil not only increases bioavailability of fat-soluble vitamins, it also reduces oxalates, which block mineral absorption. In other words, cook your greens, add olive oil, eat with your eggs, and your body can finally absorb what it needs. It's not magic, it's just the right chemistry. Here's the combination I now recommend to all my patients. 1 or 2 eggs, soft-boiled or poached, a handful of spinach or kale, lightly sautéed in olive oil, pinch of sea salt, squeeze of lemon. Simple, affordable, powerful. Greg tried it. After 3 weeks, his cramps disappeared. He didn't just sleep better, he moved better, thought better, felt better. Eggs are good, but eggs plus greens plus olive oil? That's breakfast medicine. Have you ever tried sautéed greens with your eggs? Share your favorite combo in the comments. And if this tip helped you think differently about your morning routine, subscribe now. Because in the next part, I'll reveal a food that reverses muscle loss, boosts memory, and works even better when paired with eggs. Don't miss it. Your legs, your brain, and your future depend on it. This tiny fruit can protect your muscles, eyes, and brain if you eat it with eggs. They're small, they're colorful, and for most people, they're just a topping on pancakes or yogurt. But for seniors, berries, especially blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, may be one of the most powerful companions to eggs in the morning. Why? Because as we age, inflammation becomes the enemy. It slowly breaks down muscle tissue. It fogs up the brain. It weakens circulation and nerves, even when lab tests still look normal. That's where berries step in. According to a 2012 study in Annals of Neurology, seniors who ate 2 or more servings of blueberries per week experienced slower rates of cognitive decline, equivalent to preserving 2.5 extra years of brain function. And that's not all. Berries contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that can cross the blood-brain barrier and protect neurons from oxidative damage. They also help reduce muscle inflammation, support faster recovery, and stabilize blood sugar, all essential when you eat high-protein foods like eggs. But here's the key. Don't eat them hours later. Eat them with your eggs. Why? Because combining antioxidants with egg yolks, which contain choline and lutein, creates a powerful synergy for brain health. One supports memory, the other enhances focus. Together, they nourish both short-term and long-term cognitive function. So when I tell my older patients to eat eggs, I also say this: put a handful of berries on the side. Not as dessert, but as part of the therapy. Want a complete breakfast combo? Poached egg, steamed greens with olive oil, half an avocado, and a side of blueberries or blackberries. That's not just a plate, that's a prescription. What's your favorite berry? Have you ever tried them with eggs? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this helped you think differently about breakfast, don't leave without hitting subscribe. In the next part, I'll show you a food that protects your nerves and could even reduce the risk of falls after 70. Let's keep going. What's the smartest carb to eat with eggs after 60? This one balances blood sugar and boosts muscle power. There was a man named Howard, 71 years old, a retired carpenter, strong hands, kind eyes. But lately, he'd been feeling off. Sluggish after breakfast, shaky hands by mid-morning, brain fog. He said, "Doc, I'm eating clean, just eggs and some toast. What's going on?" I asked what kind of toast. He said, "White bread, the soft kind." That was it. You see, when we eat eggs high in protein and fat, our bodies need slow, steady energy to burn alongside it. But white bread digests in minutes, causing a blood sugar spike, then a crash. And during that crash, your brain gets foggy. Your muscles feel weak, your nerves misfire. So I told him to try whole grains, like sprouted wheat bread, steel-cut oats, or even quinoa. A 2021 study in Nutrients showed that adults over 60 who replaced refined carbs with whole grains had better insulin response, improved satiety, and greater muscle retention over time, even without changing their protein intake. Here's why. Whole grains digest slowly. They release glucose at a gentle pace. allowing your body to actually use the protein and fat from eggs without crashing. They also contain B vitamins, magnesium, and fiber, all crucial for nerve function, energy metabolism, and blood sugar control. That's the missing piece. It's not just about what you eat, it's about how your body can use what you eat. So when Howard switched to sprouted whole grain toast with half an avocado and a poached egg on top, his energy lasted longer. The fog cleared. His legs didn't feel like rubber by 10 a.m. If you're eating eggs with soft white bread, you're feeding the craving, not the body. Switch to whole grains. Your brain, your muscles, and your blood vessels will thank you. What's your favorite whole grain? Tell us in the comments. And if this tip helped you, you already know what to do. Hit subscribe. Because next, we'll talk about a food that most people ignore, but when paired with eggs, it can improve your balance and even lower fall risk after 70. Stay with me. This sour side dish could unlock the full power of eggs, especially after 60. I once treated a woman named Rosa, 66, soft-spoken, always smiling. She loved eggs, ate them every morning, but she complained of feeling bloated, uncomfortable, and heavy for hours afterward. "I love eggs," she said, "but they don't love me back." We tried changing the cooking method. Boiled, scrambled, poached, same result. Digestion felt slow, stomach stayed tight. So I asked, "What do you eat with them?" She said, "Just eggs, nothing else, maybe tea." That was the problem. No digestive support, no fiber, no live enzymes. So I suggested something simple. Add a small portion of naturally fermented vegetables, like kimchi, sauerkraut, or pickled greens. And the result? She called me 2 weeks later. "Doctor, I can't believe it. I feel light again. My body actually wants breakfast now." Here's why it worked. Fermented foods contain probiotics, beneficial bacteria that aid digestion, reduce inflammation, and support gut-brain communication. In older adults, stomach acid is often lower and enzyme production declines. This makes it harder to break down protein, especially dense ones like eggs. But fermented vegetables? They deliver live cultures, organic acids, and enzymes that help pre-digest your food, making the protein, choline, and vitamins in eggs more available to your body. A study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience 2017 found that older adults with a more diverse gut microbiome had better muscle retention, mental clarity, and fewer digestive issues. One egg with a spoon of kimchi isn't just delicious, it's smart medicine. And don't worry, it's not about spice or heat. You can use any fermented greens, homemade pickled mustard greens, raw sauerkraut, or even naturally fermented garlic. The goal isn't the flavor, it's to activate your gut so your body can actually use what you feed it. So tomorrow when you crack that egg, add a little something on the side, a spoon of life. Do you eat fermented foods? Which kind? Share in the comments. And if you've ever felt heavy or bloated after eggs, try this and subscribe. Because in the next part, we'll tie it all together. And I'll give you the complete, doctor-approved way to build the perfect breakfast after 60. Let's finish strong. You've been eating eggs for years, but today, you finally know how to eat them right. Let's take one breath. You made it to the end of this video, and now you know more than 90% of people your age about how to unlock the full power of eggs. Here's the truth most never hear. Eggs are not a solo act. They're not a one-man band, they're the lead singer, but they need the right backup to hit every note your body needs. So let's review. Avocado, to absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Sautéed leafy greens with olive oil, to reduce cramps and support circulation. Berries, to protect memory, reduce inflammation. Whole grains, to stabilize energy and unlock protein. Fermented foods, to boost digestion and nutrient absorption. These 5 foods don't just go well with eggs, they transform eggs into medicine. And now you also know the 3 things to never pair with eggs again. Bacon, white bread, sugary oatmeal. The difference between health and harm was never just what you ate, it was what you ate together. So what's next? I'll tell you what I tell every patient. Tomorrow morning is your next prescription. It's not in a pill bottle, it's right there, on your plate. Start with eggs, and give them the partners they deserve. If this video helped you, please like it, leave a comment, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe. because we're just getting started. In the next video, we'll show you what to eat at night to protect your legs, lower blood pressure, and sleep deeper after 60. You don't want to miss it. This is Wise Living. Thank you for watching.